some fest that doesn't matter in a game that doesn't matter that she plays all the time.
It matters to me. I enjoy it.
Wrong.
Dick.
Wrong.
How about that?
I need to get to level 30.
Level 30? What are you talking about?
On Minecraft.
Oh.
No, I just allow me to enchant a diamond sword. We're going to be doing actual combat stuff today. Then having a diamond sword would be a good thing.
Yeah, probably.
Well, someone just dug straight down, didn't they? Alright, this is 3G episode 421. What do we want to start out with? We in a football mood, or there's all kinds of Black Friday mood?
Yeah, I don't know. Football is my football week. Jordan Love did pretty good.
He was good.
That helps.
Whole team was good. They pretty handily beat the Dolphins, who I think are better than their record says they are. I mean, they were like 5-6 going into that game, but they didn't have Tua for long stretches of the season, and not every team is built well enough to win without their starting quarterback. Packers didn't have really any difficulty putting the Dolphins away in Lambeau, so
No, they've been pretty good 2 weeks straight now.
that was a pretty encouraging sign to see, honestly. All you salty 49ers fans, you got to play our B team. We didn't have like half our starting secondary, so 1. 2, wouldn't have mattered. We'd have spanked your ass with Brock Purdy anyways. So cope, seethe, and hope the Bills win.
I just hope that McCaffrey can manage to put up some points. That's all I really want. Which doesn't look good. He's already walked down the tunnel, so.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows?
Packers beat the Dolphins 30-17, I think. The game wasn't really that close. Packers put up 27 points before halftime. It was like 27-3 going into the half, and then the Packers just kind of, or was it 24-3 going into the half? I can't remember. One of those two. Packers did something that amazed and astounded Bears fans. They literally could not cope with it. They ran a competent 2-minute drill. Moved the ball, got a field goal in under 30 seconds, which is something the Bears could not manage to do as they were trying to secure a comeback against the Lions, who I thought the Lions were going to boat race them. It looked like they were going that way at the beginning, but then the Lions kind of just fucked around the second half, allowed the Bears to come back, and it came down to 33 seconds at the end of regulation. Bears had one timeout. You should get 2 plays out of that, right? You should be able to do it pretty.
Well, the Bears are. Yeah, you should.
You should, but one, you have Caleb Williams, who's playing a lot better, but he's still a rookie. Like, we can talk shit about Matt Eberflus all day, and we will. But Caleb Williams just fucking stood there like a deer in the headlights as the clock ticked down. You know who didn't do that? Jordan Love.
Where is Rebecca?
She is playing a computer game.
For why?
Because she is addicted to it.
Is this computer game time or is this Minecraft time?
Whatever. It's whatever time.
No, it's not whatever time.
She'll be there. That's what she keeps saying.
Listen, where is our base? I need Rebecca for position numbers.
Oh, we're close to 50-0. Come there, you'll see the tower.
50-0. That somehow
Isn't it 33-63-93?
Whatever, Jared, but it's close.
I remember 30-60-90, yeah. Okay, I see it. I see.
I'm
it, I
about
see it.
roughly there, so you'll get there if you come to where I told you.
This is why I need Rebecca.
But the Bears are so poorly coached that they sat around like idiots for 28 seconds. I think the ball was snapped with like 5 or 6 seconds left. Caleb threw one long pass, turned it from they were down what 20 to 23. Turned it from
they had an opportunity to go to overtime.
They were already like out at
most
the edge of field goal range too.
most competent teams would have turned that into an overtime game.
Yeah. So, but the Bears couldn't do it. They threw a long pass, incomplete, game over. The Lions escaped. I mean, it's a division game, so
right? They had a timeout too, right?
They had a timeout
they
too.
did.
Never got called. Like,
No,
okay,
they didn't use. Well, that's what got him fired. Was he had a timeout and he didn't.
Well,
use
he
it.
stood there like a fucking idiot. What? I don't know if he was like expecting Caleb to spike the ball or if Caleb was expecting him to call a timeout. They didn't know what the fuck each other was doing. And
which I mean, let's face it, that's inexcusable. You're
it's
the fucking head
inexcusable.
coach.
One of you's a rookie and, you know, probably franchise quarterback potential. The other's a head coach who's lost 30-something games in 2.5 seasons. That's going to reflect a lot more poorly on one of you than the other. And somebody has to lead, but the Bears don't have a leader. Reminds me of that line from fucking Caesar after he fucking narrowly escaped defeat at the hands of Pompey on the wasn't the western coast of Greece. What was it, the fucking coast of the Adriatic Sea? No, I think that's on the other. No, maybe that was. Oh my
God.
Anyways, he told his confidants after narrowly escaping, today the enemy would have won if the enemy had a winner for a commander. And that's just one of those snappy little succinct lines that I think fits for. I mean, maybe they wouldn't have won. They had gone into overtime. They'd have had a chance, but you didn't even give them that chance. And like that's the bare minimum a coach should do is give his players a chance. But Eberflus took that out of their hands. He just squandered it. Whatever the Bears could have done, which I, as a Packers fan, am religiously dubious of, they weren't even allowed to try. So Matt Eberflus, and look, this is gonna, like, this isn't an Eberflus problem. This is a Bears problem. When you have a bad owner, this kind of shit just trickles down. It seems to keep happening to teams with bad owners. Crazy thing. They had Matt Eberflus do a press conference. Well, he did a press conference after the game, and he tried to shirk responsibility for what happened. Not a good look. And then he had another press conference the next day, and then 2 hours after that presser, the Bears fired him. So that's just... Why would you let the guy go out there and speak on behalf of the team if you're going to sack him in like an hour or 2 hours? What are you doing?
Yeah, that's also not the best look.
That's just bad organization. And I'm pleading, Matt LaFleur, do not bring this fucking guy to Green Bay. I know he's your friend. Half the coaches in the league are your friends. Green Bay does not need to become the fucking team of misfit toys. Okay? They brought Robert Saleh down. People are pretending he's had a positive impact on the team since he arrived. Hasn't had a negative one.
Do we have enemies turned on here?
No, I don't think so.
We need to.
Well, it's what Rebecca has to do.
Where?
I told you, you know what she's doing. So, she'll be done when she's done. I'm trying to find some coal, but for some reason I haven't decided it's really
Shameful.
There probably is, but I don't want to pick up stacks of coal. Anyways.
To level up?
Packers have won 7 of their last 8 games. I can't remember what their record with Robert Saleh on the coaching staff is. They're something like 1-5 since he joined, or not 1-5, 5-1 or something like that. And the Jets are, of course, the inverse of that. And I do want to say, as a petty Packers fan, who is now fairly confidently able to look back at the divorce and laugh smugly Well, maybe this isn't coming from me as a Packers fan, but me as a political person who was done with Aaron Rodgers after that whole COVID shit. I think it's safe to say who won the fucking trade.
Oh, well.
And
I could have just said that last year.
Well, you know what? There's a chance he comes back. He ain't coming back now. And I'm sick of fucking NFL analysts and sports punditry overrating this Jets team. It infected me, too, and made me think that this team had a chance at being something. I forgot they're actually just the Jets. And this team cannot be anything other than the Jets.
I've never heard anyone overrate the Jets.
Sports analysts have been overrating them all year. They've been acting like they are a legit Super Bowl contender. They've apparently been favored to win.
I've not heard that.
Then you're not listening.
Whatsoever.
Then you're not listening.
That is not true. I am deep into the fantasy football.
Fantasy football. Well, when you want to talk
fantasy football isn't affected by sports
when you want to
analysts.
talk real football, then we can talk.
Because those two aren't related at all, Nathan.
Not even remotely.
Listen, no one was overrating
no idea
Aaron
where
Rodgers.
I am in this game.
I think the Jets have been favored to win like 9 games this year so far.
Rebecca, we need the proper Minecraft game if we're going to get the rest of these trophies.
Yeah, I need to not be in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of nowhere. So when I get back to home, I will switch it.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
But the Jets have been favored to win 9 games this season, and I think they've lost like 8 of those games, which is a record. No, this is how wrong you are, Greg. They have as a team have lost the most games where they have been favored to win than any other team in NFL history. They are objectively the most overrated team in NFL history.
That doesn't sound right.
And if you don't believe me, go look it up. It is a verifiable fact that teams were putting the Jets as a Super Bowl contender at the start of this season. So I'm personally sick of hearing people. I'm saying right now, I am picking the Jets to lose every single game the rest of the season going forward. And my predictive powers aren't great. I'm functionally 9-7 on predictions for the year, which is a little bit better than a coin toss. That's not good.
Yeah, your predictions are garbage.
I know it's not good. I'm saying, it's garbage.
Your take about the Jets is also garbage.
I pick based on vibes. And I've also picked the Packers to lose most games for reasons I will not disclose. But,
fake fan.
No, I think he thinks that if he thinks they're going to lose,
they're going to win. Don't say it!
Yeah, I see.
You'll ruin it.
So dumb on top of it all.
A dumb wife, apparently.
I'm just going to town on you today, Nathan. That's what's happening. If you haven't figured it out yet,
you are a blind, deaf kid slapping in a fucking closet and hitting himself most of the time, not realizing nobody else is in there and thinking he's winning.
Listen, buddy, one of us is in first place in our league. The other one doesn't even like fantasy.
No, yeah,
I'll leave
I rest my case.
To figure out which one is which.
I rest my case. You've made it for me again.
My gut instinct tells me that my gut is better than your gut.
No, I don't think so.
When it comes to football,
I don't think so.
What 9-7? Oh.
I don't think so.
Take the cake with that. Oh, you're so good.
I didn't say I was.
You're garbage.
I didn't say I was a Super Bowl expert.
Predicted correctly every single Packer win.
Okay.
If I think they're going to lose, I don't say anything.
Here, well, put your money where your mouth is. Packers-Lions on Thursday. Ford Field. Lions 11-1, Packers 9-3.
Forbes Field is Lions Field, I'm guessing?
Ford Field, yes.
Yeah.
What was the Lions?
11-1.
It's not a holiday game.
Oh, this is a coin toss.
See, I'm not giving you any information because if you were you're actually paying attention, you'd be able to analyze this, but you're going off of vibes. So tell me, vibes. Packers win?
Isn't that what you just said you were going off of?
Yeah, but I also have information that Rebecca doesn't. I can
Jordan
tell
Love's
you.
not out injured, but is
I can
there
tell you,
quarterback?
Packers players who are injured. None of the quarterbacks are on the injury list right now.
Of either team?
No.
Yeah, Love's been out twice this year. I
Three
know
times.
that for a fact.
I think he missed 3.5 games, didn't he?
Well, he's been out for 2 periods of time.
Didn't somebody just get injured on the Packers offensive line? I can't remember who it was.
No, I don't think so.
No? Oh.
No. In fact, here I'm gonna help you out in a way I shouldn't. Jair Alexander was back at practice today.
Oh.
So
I
was
didn't
Romeo
think he'd
Dobbs.
be back yet. I knew he was injured.
Haven't heard anything about Williams.
Why are there
practicing.
so many shipwrecks?
No, go Mighty Vibes.
I am thinking it's not an immediate process.
Channel your
okay?
crystal ball. Okay, yeah.
Says the 9-7 guy.
You got to do any chanting?
I don't know why you got to be a dick about this.
You got a lot of talk for a 9-7.
I'm making sound effects for you.
Yeah, you're making it harder to think.
You shouldn't have to think. It should just be vibes.
Hey, you should pick
It's not
something by
just
now.
vibes.
It doesn't even matter at this point.
No, it does. It's the least matterful thing ever.
Well, evidently you guys didn't listen to what I said. I only predict wins. I do not predict losses.
So, predict or don't
What?
predict.
It's a
Dude wants to
goddamn
do something.
binary. What do you... Okay.
Are you not getting it? Are you both stupid?
So she's not predicting anything. So
the Packers
they're
gonna
going to lose. Yeah,
yeah, that's what you're saying.
in the most roundabout way possible.
Well, I hope you're wrong because the Packers are getting no help in the NFC. Like every other team that is behind them
too.
Is behind them or ahead of them in the playoff seeding has won this week. Maybe the 49ers will be the one team to break that trend, but
the last time I predicted them to win against the Lions, they fucking stomped the shit out of them. So
be a good Packers fan and predict them to win.
Okay, I predict them to win.
Oh my God!
Don't let him peer pressure you.
Look at your vibes. Look at your vibes. They are as flimsy as insert something Greg here.
I still have no idea where I am. I can't leave my boat because it's full of a bunch of good stuff.
30, 60, 90.
That's Greg's take.
93, 63, 33.
Is it?
You just got it reversed.
Even Jared knows it, and he's not playing with us.
But no, like, speaking seriously as a Packers fan, this was probably their best game all year so far. Playing a team that wasn't banged up, that I actually think is pretty good. Beating them handily. That was nice to see for a change. Cowboys beat the Giants. Just two loser teams slapping each other. Who cares? Chiefs beat the Raiders. We can talk about this one. Because the Chiefs had some help beating one of the worst teams in the NFL.
The Chiefs always have help.
I think I might know where I am now. I'm on the opposite side of the world from where we are.
Call me sore loser if you want, but it's at the point where, like, maybe teams should just start making their jerseys red to draw some calls, because it seems to be working for the Chiefs at least. Just a lot of sus shit to end that game. That's all I want to say. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist.
You got to get that State Farm money to pay off the referee union. Got to get those.
Is
calls.
it more sus than the fucking Bengals call not being made?
It was pretty sus.
Oh wow.
It was pretty sus.
Our weekly football podcast here.
Hey, you know what?
It's a game.
It's us doing whatever we want. We can do what we want.
Steelers did enough bullshit to harm themselves today. Even if they
Steelers actually scored more than 20 points. I don't want to hear it.
Shut the fuck up. Shut Shut up! You played one of the best offenses in the NFL and you thumped them pretty good. I don't know what a Steelers fan can complain about.
I'm just saying that the Steelers were hurting themselves.
I still think the Falcons are going to be good because of Kirk Cousins, but he threw 4 interceptions today. Oh, why don't we talk about his interception problem?
Well, let me just say, Joey Porter Jr. had a holding call and 3 defensive pass interference today.
The only thing I want to say about the Steelers game really is, like, a Bengals dude pulled a Steelers receiver down to the ground, like, within a couple yards of the line of scrimmage, like right at the start of the play, and he had his hand under the back of the Steelers guy's helmet. I don't know if, Jared apparently played football in middle school. I played football in high school. I don't know if Greg's ever worn a football helmet, or played football, but when somebody grabs that fucking helmet, like by the face mask or by the edge of it, your head's going wherever they want it to. So I don't know how this isn't like, I don't know how it's not an automatic penalty anytime you get your fingers under the edge of a fucking helmet. But Bengals dude totally pulled that guy down and then got a pick 6 off of it. So I don't know how that wasn't a penalty. I guess the Steelers weren't wearing red. So that's going to make those calls harder for the refs to spot. But that was some bullshit there. Steelers should have won by 7 more points than they did. Steelers actually had an offense today, which is not something Steelers do.
Yeah, that was the first time.
That's what I was just saying.
That was the first time they scored more than 40 points since 2018.
I still don't believe in Deshaun Watson. Look, if you shit the bed like he did with the Broncos... I had to make sure my
microphone was on because I don't think you're hearing me at all.
I heard you.
Yeah.
I heard you, but... disjointed
Hearing
analysis.
and listening are 2 different things.
No, I heard. No, Greg's right about
did
that
earlier
one.
I not say that they actually got more than 20 points? Yes. They did really good.
I still don't buy. Well. I still don't buy Deshaun. Like you shit the bed that much with the Broncos, who have got the foundations of a good team. There's something there. There's something there. But we'll see. This could be a problem that doesn't metastasize until the playoffs. But Chargers no, wait, who won this one? Let me go look. I can't remember anymore. Chargers Falcons. I think the Falcons lost. Yeah, Chargers beat the Falcons. Powered by 4 interceptions from Kirk Cousins, refugee from the Vikings, took some Vikings magic with him. Oh yeah, we're in blowout territory with Buffalo. 21-3 over San Francisco.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I mean, I like Buffalo. Like, if there's a team other than the Packers I want to win the Super Bowl, it's, well, not the Chiefs, but Buffalo I'd be fine with Buffalo winning. Don't really have much to say about that game. It's Chargers are looking pretty decent. The Falcons are another team that went into the season with some hype, and they've not really lived up to it. Although, are they still in the lead? They're lucky they're playing in like one of the garbage divisions in football. What are our standings at?
I definitely should have gone in the complete opposite direction than I chose.
Falcons are 6-6 right now. They are still in the lead of the NFC South. Man, must be nice to have a 500 record and be number 1 in your division. What a fucking luxury that is. Texans versus Jaguars. Big takeaway here. CJ Stroud still sucks. The Texans won this game. They should have won this game. It's the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence was back, and he didn't last long because... oh, I can't remember the name of that fucker.
Like El Shaviv or something like that.
Yeah. Al Shire? Shire, I think it is. I don't know if he's cornerback or safety. This article just calls him a defender, but he did probably the most fucking heinous bullshit hit on another player I've seen in a long time. Trevor Lawrence was in a short little run. He was sliding. People want to make fucking excuses for this guy, who's apparently got history doing shit like this. Trevor Lawrence was clearly in a slide before this guy went in to fucking tackle him. He led with his forearm and gave Trevor Lawrence a concussion. It's a really fucking bad play, just utter bullshit. Nearly started a fucking, it started a fight between the Jaguars and the Texans, and dude got ejected from the game for this hit. Trevor Lawrence was out of the game too. He got carted off the field. Knocked Trevor Lawrence the fuck out. Definitely he's got a concussion. He was fencing on the field, doing a Tua imitation, but this one wasn't his fault. And
the worst part is that they called a penalty on the Jaguars.
Yeah, they called a penalty on both sides, which canceled each other out.
Which is bullshit.
Bullshit. This dude's career needs to be over. And I mean that seriously. Like, if you're going to do headhunting bullshit like that, you need to be out of the NFL. Not a fucking league for that. And I'm not one of those, the NFL's soft. Good. It should be fucking soft. Sorry, I don't get my fucking jollies watching grown men give each other fucking CTE. Like,
yeah, if you want that, you fucking watch hockey.
Watch NASCAR. Watch a bunch of fucking dumb idiots run into fucking retaining walls and shit.
Yeah, rugby. Yeah.
There's going to be some physicality to the game. I'm not saying, like, make it as safe as you possibly can while still having it be football. I don't think allowing
don't
players
make it flag football. We don't want people to not tackle each other at all, but you don't need to be super rough about it.
Yeah, I don't think
severe injury.
I don't think you need to have players headhunting each other to protect the integrity of the game. That's just my opinion. It's always funny to me when people share the opposite opinion online. I want to see their physique. I want to see what football they played. Because I didn't play much. I don't got much to talk about in terms of being an athlete. But you know what? These are human fucking beings, and it's good for the sport that they're not dying.
He got kicked out of the game. That in and of itself that should show you. Like, if you know anything about football, you have to try to get kicked out of a game.
He got ejected, and that was never really an outcome that was in doubt. And I think he should be suspended for at least a year. And I wouldn't if they put a lifetime ban on his ass, I'd be fine with it.
Football videos before, right? Like, there's defenders that will outright just stomp on people's heads after
Albert Hainsworth. Yeah, I remember that.
Like you should be kicked out of the league for that shit.
Yes. No, you should be kicked out of the league for this.
They didn't kick him out of the league, so
this was headhunting, this was intentional. The guy had the fucking audacity to act like he was the victim afterwards and try to provoke more fights after the initial one he provoked was broken up. Watch that clip I sent you. It's fucking egregious. That place has
something.
Yeah, that shit has no place in the league. I would not be remotely cross with a lifetime ban on this fucker.
It's probably going to take me super long to get back. Are you guys in a position where you guys want to fight something right now, or?
Yes. I mean, we can wait.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a while.
Yeah, I start playing Vampire Survivors.
Oh. Well,
it works.
I was going to say, when the Saints had their head, do you remember the Saints
headhunting
program?
And you know what?
Greg Williams.
It makes
they got several players that were taken out for a year.
Yeah, but didn't they win a Super Bowl doing that shit?
They got close, I want to say.
I'm pretty sure that's the year they beat the Brett Favre-led Vikings in the NFC Championship game.
I don't think they won the Super Bowl, though.
They might not have, but
I think you're right about the Brett Favre year. I think that was that year.
It makes that shit harder to watch, knowing what they were doing.
Yeah, I don't think they won a Super Bowl.
They at least went to one because they beat the Vikings in the. Let me go see the 2000. I can't remember who won in 2007. I can tell you every year the Packers won, but no, New York Giants won. Wait, no, I'm thinking 2009. 2009 was the year. Right, because Brett Favre was still with the Packers 2007. New Orleans Saints won in 2009. They won the year they were doing that shit.
Did they really?
Yep, they absolutely did.
They should have taken away their fucking trophy.
Yeah. Indianapolis Colts versus New Orleans Saints. So, yeah, that's some chicken shit bullshit, frankly. So that's a big story about this game. The Texans won in fairly unconvincing manner against. I mean, the Jaguars have come close to beating a lot of decent teams. Like, they're not good, but for some reason they can make it a close game with teams that shouldn't be close against. I'm not sure what to make of that, but maybe there's nothing to make of it. Maybe it's just any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
But, yeah, C.J. Stroud overrated as shit. Not beating any slump accusations here with this one, but he wasn't the story of this game. Cardinals versus the Vikings. Vikings win a squeaker again, making me smell something, starting to stink a little bit like fraud. Vikings, you gotta
get out of here.
You got
this coming from the Packers guy.
You got another one of those. So I know what a fucking overinflated Vikings record looks like.
So surely, but you also have a vested interest.
I'd be perfectly fine with the Packers.
You are not biased, is what I'm saying.
I would be perfectly fine with the Packers slipping into the playoffs as a 6th seed, 3rd in the NFC North. And you know what?
And Packers then getting their chance to take out the Vikings?
No, they wouldn't play the Vikings in that. So they'd play something like, if they were 6th seed, I think they'd play the 4 seed, 3 seed. So,
3 sounds right.
Yeah, I think they'd play someone like the Seahawks, the way things are going now, which I'm fine with. I think that's a matchup the Packers can win. I don't know how good the Packers are, honestly. They're somewhere between a 500 team that's been playing lucky and a one-loss team that had a bunch of close games not break their way. I'll let somebody else judge, but I'm generally pessimistic when it comes to the Packers. I tend to focus on the negatives because those are easier to focus on. But so I'm not sitting here saying Packers going to go in the playoffs and thump somebody. They could. They might shit the bed too. Green Bay. That's just what they do. But I have developed a scent for fraudulent Vikings teams. I started getting this superpower in 1990. What was it? 1999, 1998, when they went 15-1 and then missed that field goal in the NFC Championship game. And I was like, oh, that's it. No, this is it. This is it. This is who the Vikings really are.
This is what every Green Bay fan says.
This is what history has shown us to be true. Count how many Lombardi trophies the Vikings have, Greg. Ken, you got your fingers ready?
Yeah.
You don't need them. 0.
Yeah, I know. You're not clever.
You still need them to make the 0.
No, you don't need to. You just hold up your fist. It's all the Vikings have to show for decades of being a professional sports franchise. That's why every other team in the NFC North counts fucking beating the Packers as their Super Bowl, because they got to count something. Cardinals were up by 2 scores at some point. It was like 19-6 or something. And Cardinals cardinaled Kyler Murray, who people still tell me is a good quarterback, but he was
supposed to be one of the better quarterbacks this year. That's what everybody said.
I'm being honest with you. I'm putting him below Jordan Love in my fucking quarterback rankings.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Jordan Love's going to make some dumb plays, but he's going to make some crazy, amazing plays too. And Kyler Murray, I think he just kind of settles into mediocrity way more often. So I'm not high on Kyler Murray. So, I wanted the Cardinals to win here. They didn't get it done. But I will say that the Packers beat the Cardinals way more convincingly, without Jordan Love, I might add you, than the Sam Darnold-led Vikings did. Frauds. So we'll see how things go, but I'm gonna make a prediction right here. Rebecca has a little bit of trouble making predictions, but I won't. I do not see this Vikings team making it to the NFC Championship game. So I don't think they're in the same league as the Lions and the Eagles are.
The Eagles look pretty good today.
Well, the Eagles, we can talk about that real quick. This is the big matchup between Barkley and Henry, and we got pretty much a first half where nobody wanted to score any points except the kicker. So, this is how these overhyped games go, apparently. But Eagles finally found out what an end zone is and how to start running towards it, and they ended up winning this game because the Ravens left 7 points on the board via special teams, 2 missed field goals, a missed extra point, which I think was the difference in this game. Pretty close to it. Yep. 5-point difference. So I'm not going to sit here and say that the Eagles got lucky. Eagles got lucky that the Ravens kicker forgot how to kick.
Saquon looked great today.
Let me go be the running back with
the Eagles are very fortunate that they have Saquon.
100 yards, 1 touchdown. 10 yards catching, about as good as Josh Jacobs. Did okay. He did all right. Josh Jacobs did better as a receiver than a running back, but you know what? Yards are yards. So, what other games we got here that even worth talking about? Seahawks, Jets, right. Yeah, last thing I want to say about Seahawks, Jets. Let's circle back around to this. Overhyped as shit. They got Devontae Adams there. Every time Aaron Rodgers doesn't fucking shit all over himself and manages to throw a ball to the right fucking team instead of, delivering a pick 6 to a Chungus, which he did this game. People go, oh, vintage Rodgers. That Rodgers-Adams connection. No. That's not the story here. That's not the story. That is the aberration. The story is Aaron Rodgers is washed and Devontae Adams sabotaged his own career trying to play with his buddy quarterbacks, both of whom aren't fucking good enough. Yeah, that's the story.
Guess which one's making $25 million a year?
Neither one of these motherfuckers has won shit since they left Green Bay, and that's objectively a fact.
You know what? This is all on New York. This is all on New York.
A little bit on the Raiders.
A little bit on the Raiders. Maybe a little bit. But man, Green Bay just won that fucking trade, like hardcore.
If Green Bay wants to sell you a Hall of Fame quarterback, look at that motherfucking horse's teeth. Because they're probably fucking shaped like fucking Joe Rogan-ass corn cobs and not fucking real. Right? There was stupid in that horse's mouth. You should have fucking taken that as a warning. Not like Aaron Rodgers made it a secret that he's a fucking distraction or a diva. He went full Favre at the end of his career, which is extra egregious for Rodgers since he had to put up with Favre at the beginning of his own career. So, thanks for all the memories in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers. We couldn't have lost 5 NFC Championship games without you. But it's time for you to go, and someone didn't realize that we were selling you a lemon quarterback.
Devontae, no backsies.
The Raiders.
No takesies backsies.
No takesies backsies. You keep that fucker with
He's not hurting. He's got $25 million a year to play like that, of all things.
I'm not going to talk a lot of shit about the Raiders trading for Adams because last I remember, the Raiders were like 1 season out of being in the playoffs when they traded for Adams. They didn't realize that Derek Carr was a bust. Devontae Adams, he's still good, and he was really good when he left. I don't know if if we're talking just straight fucking NFL shit here, I don't know if I'm willing to pay any wide receiver that kind of money.
I don't think you should. There's too many good rookies out there to be paying anyone that kind of money.
Yeah, maybe that's just
look at Puka, look at Ladd. Yeah. You can't. I don't think you can.
I'm just talking as like a Packers fan. We generally don't pay receivers that kind of money. We ship them off, and it's not always a good idea, but it has been more often than not. We just draft some new guys next year, and one of them is going to be something okay. That's just been the way the Packers have been doing things for 20 plus years now. That said, we were going to pay Devontae Adams. We offered him a competitive salary to what the Raiders did. He just wanted to be closer to his family and play with his college buddy. And you know what? You made your bed. You made your bed. Lie in it. You play for a poverty franchise, you get poverty results. Sorry, Greg, but ever since Madden, what have the Raiders done? No, they had a good season under Gruden, didn't they? But, I mean, so I want to stop seeing all this hype about Rodgers and Adams. This isn't 2020 anymore. They're not those guys. At least Rodgers isn't that guy. And Devontae Adams has squandered at least 4 years of his career chasing fucking quarterbacks. Titans and the Commanders. What do you got to say? Commanders have been kind of slipping recently, but they beat the brakes off the fucking Titans.
Oh yeah, they got them good.
Bucks, Panthers. You know what? Bryce Young is playing a lot better. I'm kind of happy. Controversial opinion about quarterbacks. I don't think you should fucking send them to the glue factory after 1 or 2 bad seasons. Maybe just as a fan of a team who's kind of had the quarterback thing work out 3 times in a row now. Not saying Love's a Hall of Famer, but he's definitely a starter.
I don't think anybody wants to hear this from you.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm the one most qualified to say it of all NFL fandoms. Maybe it's okay to draft a guy when you don't need one and sit him and develop him, and maybe you shouldn't throw him to the fucking wolves right out of college, expect him to instantly get the pro game, and some of them do. Bo Nix looking really good. What's Commander? Jaden Williams.
He has stats to do a sophomore slump.
That's true. Like, you have C.J. Stroud going through it right now, but I'm not saying Bryce Young is going to be good either, but he's playing better, and I think some of these young quarterbacks, they have their careers sabotaged by incompetent teams. I think that's impossible to deny. This incompetent team is usually named the Bears, but it goes around the league. Jets have...
Yeah, good. Like, how many years in a row do you have to watch the Bears get a rookie quarterback, get rid of him within a couple years, and then you're there, you're a top quarterback prospect sitting in the green room,
just shivering,
right? Like, yeah. Like, at what point you're like, no, I retire.
Who's that crazy Ted Nugent? At some point, you just have to do a Ted Nugent and just like start shitting your pants, like literally shitting your pants during the interview, not bathe in 40 weeks, just let your nails grow out. And just come in there disheveled.
Ultimately, you're doing what's best for you, you know?
Yeah, just sabotage. Don't let the Bears get you. Don't let the Jets get you. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, like, actually, an underappreciated case of this, Andrew Luck. Like,
you know what? They would probably still, knowing them, they would probably still draft him.
They would.
You remember the old Barkley story? He didn't want to go to Philadelphia, so he spent like a week and a half eating ice cream.
That just sounds
like 40 pounds, and they still drafted him.
That just sounds like Charles Barkley, though. Like, him eating ice cream for a week straight just sounds like something he would do in a normal fucking...
that's just a normal Tuesday for Charles.
Yeah. Well, he was... I read actually, that's funny that you mentioned that, because I read a story about how, like, before some fucking game some important game he played in college, he apparently ate 2 boxes of pizza, drank 3 beers, went out there and scored like 40 points. So yeah, I mean, like, scouts probably know this shit. They're like, oh, he's like, I guess he's on an ice cream binge again. Whatever. We saw him play. We know he's good. We'll put a don't be a fatty clause in his contract. That'll sort him out.
Yeah.
I mean, is that fucking wrong with Charles Barkley? That's probably what somebody did.
It ain't gonna stop him though.
No, but you know what? He had a pretty good career. So you didn't fuck up if you drafted Charles Barkley. That's all I'm saying. Caleb Williams, we'll see. I think Caleb Williams is good enough, but it's just like, I think the last 3 quarterbacks that they've drafted highly, mind you. The Packers haven't drafted a quarterback highly since I've been alive. Like, middle of the first round is the best they've really... I think Love is the highest. What, 17? I think Aaron Rodgers was like 21 or something.
Yeah, 21 or 23. I can't remember which.
So, Bears draft a quarterback high. They fire their head coach first season. They have to fucking reconfigure their offense and their office. And...
They're putting a meal in a crock pot and then when it's not cooked in 20 minutes, they throw it out.
No, they have one guy. This is maybe a better or worse analogy. I don't know. They have one guy put a bunch of shit in a crock pot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he knows what he's putting in there. He knows the ingredients. He knows what he's trying to cook. So he puts that shit in there. Unfortunately, he doesn't know how to cook or work a crock pot.
And when doesn't plug it in.
Yeah, and when someone sees him fucking around, they fire him and they hire a new chef. But the new chef doesn't know what's in the crock pot. He just got to cook it. That's the Bears. The Bears are trying to cook you food. Oh, and the next guy they hire probably doesn't know how to work a crock pot either.
The third guy asked what a crock pot is.
So, I mean, like, this badly run organization. What do you want to say?
The food in the crock pot spoils and they have to dump it out.
And look, I love hating on the Packers office and the Packers coaches. I think Matt LaFleur is vastly overrated. I'm sick of seeing posts about Matt LaFleur has, like, the top fucking 5 most wins in 6 seasons as a head coach. It's like, okay, I don't care. You know what? Win a fucking Super Bowl. Then you can talk about how good you are. And I have issues with the Packers front office. I don't like how they treat their veterans. I will begrudgingly admit that they've been right more often than they've been wrong, but I still don't like it. I get sentimental about my guys, right? I don't like seeing Rasul Douglas play for the Bills, even though it was probably better for him to be there, but whatever. But one thing you can't fucking talk shit about right now, at this point in time, is Gutekunst being able to fucking sign free agents, because we got Josh Jacobs, we got Xavier McKinney in the offseason. This is not a team that's got a good record without those 2 players on them. So, you know, the Bears front office, miles inferior to the Packers front office. Surprisingly, the Vikings and the Lions do okay. At least right now, Lions are doing really good with their office. Dan Campbell was a revelation for that team. We'll see how far they go. I mean,
I'm gonna put you on mute. I don't know what Ryan's doing.
Rams beat the Saints. I don't really have anything to say about this game. It's the Rams. I think the Packers have a tiebreaker over them, but Packers got literally zero help. I think the Bills might deliver them their first bit of aid in the playoff race. I mean, it's just, and you know what? You shouldn't rely on it. Go win games. If Packers finish the season 3-2, which is, if they're a good team, they should be able to beat the Saints, and they should be able to beat the Seahawks, and they should be able to beat the Bears. But that's not a guarantee. There's every chance that they finish the season 3-2. We will see. You shouldn't need help, and if you're counting on it, that's kind of a sobering sign that it might not happen. Because I think everybody in the playoff race in the NFC, except for the 49ers, going to end up losing this week. So, not ideal. The Bucs beat the Panthers. This game was closer than it really needed to be. Panthers look like they might actually pull this off, but hey, you know what? The Bucs, despite the names being superficially similar, the Bucs are in fact not the Bears. They can run a field goal drive at the end of a game and score. So they got the go-ahead field goal and won, because that's what teams that are competent do. And you know what? I like Bryce Young. I like Baker Mayfield. I didn't really have a dog in this one. 49ers Bills still in progress. Eagles Ravens we already covered. Browns Broncos. I think the Broncos win.
Bills looks to be very comfortable at this point in time.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's Ryan.
21-3.
How you doing? Joining you this week.
I like Josh Allen. Are you home, Rebecca? What are you doing?
No, I am on the opposite side of the world trying to get back.
What are your coordinates?
Negative 5,000, 62,
do you not
3,
know how coordinates work?
I can't walk in a straight line. I'm in a boat that's filled with stuff.
Oh my! You can dig canals, can't you?
No, the water only goes so far.
Do you have a metal bucket?
No.
Oh. Rebecca's making this more complicated than it needs to be. That's all I'm saying. I should just go down and start mining.
I was going to offer to let you guys fight stuff, because I'm pretty sure if I'm in the middle of the ocean, I can probably get back without dying.
Well, Greg is, I guess, vampire survivor thing, so it's fine. It's fine, but I guess that's the synopsis of this week in the NFL. I can't complain. Jared can't complain. He's trying to, but he really can't. His team put up more than 40 points.
Steelers won and Ravens lost. That's all that matters.
Right? Well, yeah. I didn't think about that. I don't have AFC North brain. It's not my division, but
Yeah, two of our team leads are one follows the Ravens and the other follows the Steelers. The Ravens fan is very quiet.
I mean, like, okay, the Ravens losing to the Eagles, there's no real shame in that.
Ravens losing to the Browns, and so does
that. There is shame in that. They should feel some shame there. I'd also say if the Steelers lost to the Bengals, I wouldn't have been terribly surprised. I'm just, you know what? I keep thinking that the Bengals are going to come back and win, and then they fuck me over. So I'm not picking the Bengals anymore.
Like you said, the Bengals record does not dictate how good their team is.
No, I think it actually does. Like they've got a top 10 offense, but their defense is abysmal. I don't think I've seen a team with a better offense and a worse defense in a long time.
Well, they cheat, so
the Bengals?
They're aren't they the ones that grabbed the helmet?
Oh, they did. Yeah, they did that time. They don't have a history of it, but they definitely got away with one day.
They had perfect years ago.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. I forgot that little fucking cunt. Yeah, fuck perfect.
Cheaters.
He fucking knocked. What was his name? Brown knocked him silly. Permanently. Changed that man's life. Some bullshit. So yeah, that's the NFL. Packers go to the Lions next week, and monumental game for them. I don't see them winning. Rebecca, let's get a definitive answer. Packers win, Packers lose.
Against who?
Lions. Yeah. Because you gave us both. I want a real one now. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You thinking?
No.
You're not going to pick?
Correct.
Okay. Let's get on some news. Gaming news. We'll start out with some of the smaller stuff. We'll build up to the main course. Gran Turismo, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 has been rated in Taiwan. Speculation is that it'll be out this week or December 3rd for the anniversary. Not a racing game guy myself.
I think this is like a free version of Gran Turismo 7.
Oh, I thought it was thought they were talking about like a remake or something, or a port. Or whatever it is, I'm not super interested in it. I don't know. I don't.
Clearly, because you don't even know what the news is.
Driving around in circles does not hit the pleasure centers of my brain. It does not unleash endorphins. And you know what?
If you're driving around in squares?
Nah, that's even worse. Because then you have to stop. Or slow down a lot.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of Vampire Survivors.
You too? Oh, Vampire Survivors going on here. I am like, I don't like driving that much anymore. I don't do it that often, but if I wanted to, I could. And ever since that became true, and in fact before then, but especially since, I don't know, I'm not really feeling driving games. I don't need to simulate it. I can do it in reality. I can't go on an adventure and kill orcs in reality. So I will take the fantasy version of that.
Yeah, racing's never been one I've been particularly into.
Yeah,
being able to pick up and play the original Gran Turismo every once in a while, but never saw what it was about it that made it like, you know, one of the all-time PS1 classics.
Yeah, isn't it the best-selling PlayStation 1 game?
I believe it is, yeah.
And I don't hate everything in gaming to do with cars. Like I like the Twisted Metal series. That's fine. You gotta give me something to do. I don't like just driving around in circles. I wanna kill people while I'm driving around in circles. That's where the real fun happens. So,
yeah, what's that motorcycle one where you can whip each other with chains?
Road Rash.
Road Rage? Oh,
Road Rash.
Road Rash, yes.
I first played that on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, good time.
Wasn't that an Electronic Arts game back when Electronic Arts made games?
I believe it was, yeah. I think there was 2 or 3 of them on that system.
Yeah, I think so. You know what? I actually played a few Electronic Arts games back in the day. I didn't actually hate them until a lot later, when they killed my beloved Dungeon Keeper. I remember playing like a helicopter game, Jungle Strike, Desert Strike, shit like that. I think they had an Urban Strike eventually.
Oh, yeah. And Soviet Strike, Nuclear Strike.
Okay, that's beyond my time, but I remember the other two.
There was a good few of them, yeah.
I really liked those. At least I played a lot of Jungle Strike, was the one that I played a lot of. So, you know, I didn't have any hard feelings when I saw that EA logo pop up once upon a time, till they murdered Bullfrog. Anyways, Sony Interactive Entertainment is currently in the early stages of developing a portable console that plays PlayStation 5 games. We talked about this at the end of last podcast. I don't think we got any more news on this. This is just Jared posting something before going to bed. But Jared, we talked about this last podcast. I'm ambivalent about it. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on implementation. But the reason I even remotely care about the Switch is because I can plug cartridges into it. And if a console doesn't have the ability to have physical media, I kind of don't give a shit about what it can do.
Sorry, this game's making my PS5 lag.
Oh, you got too many effects going on? Are there actually any vampires in Vampire Survivors?
Yes, you find them in coffins.
Yeah, quite a few.
No, what? Are they vampires?
Yes!
There's the Castlevania DLC.
But there's no... I didn't think there was actually vampires in that.
You have all sorts of undead creatures, but yeah, there are some vampires.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I just can't pay attention to what's going on the screen. I know I fought that giant bat. I know I fought that doppelganger in the Castlevania thing. But I don't remember any actual vampires. I don't know, I didn't reach the end of that castle. I suffered what Jared is currently suffering through. I got too many things going on the screen. I had to quit because I couldn't see where I was walking.
I'm playing that dog that shits out flowers.
Oh.
There are a surprising number of bad characters in that game.
Well, I'm nearing the end of 30 minutes, and I have level 250.
Yeah, that'll do it. Spike Chunsoft will release the newly announced remastered versions of Ever 17, The Out of Infinity, and Never 7, The End of Infinity. Digitally for PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC via Steam in the West, day and date with their Japanese and Asian releases on March 6, 2025, the company's announced. Ever 17 is going to be $30, and Never 7 will be $20. They're also releasing a combo pack for $45. I assume these games are going to be kind of like visual novels or something of the sort, given that apparently Japanese video game director Kotaro Uchikoshi is perhaps best known for the Zero Escape series and AI Somnium Files. So we'll see. I have no clue what these games are, what they're supposed to be, but
Are we ready to do Minecraft yet?
Well,
Rebecca,
I mean, I'm not home, but...
Rebecca says she'll turn the monsters on if we want.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No. Greg's going to come back.
Yep.
Well, let me mine this iron ore. Sorry, it's a large vein.
Why are you mining? You're supposed to be in a boat. There's not iron in a boat.
I saw it! From the water! That's how big of a vein it is!
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, exactly.
I remembered what I was doing. I was actually...
Goal number 1. Ooh, squirrel!
See, now you distract Rebecca. She thinks there's an actual squirrel. It's a squirrel!
What I was doing originally was going around the coast because there's lots of iron ore along the coast that you can just see.
Can I join that original game, or do you have to make a new game?
I think you should be able to. I think you should be able to just join it again. I'm pretty sure I've done that before.
Yeah. Do you need me to invite you because you're slow, or can you figure it out?
Yeah, maybe.
God damn, woman. Anyways, Nintendo.
It's only 10:12. We've only been doing the podcast for an hour without any monsters on Minecraft.
Okay, worst case scenario.
You were playing Vampire Survivors. I had said I would turn it on.
That's even worse.
Worst case, we get another week out of Minecraft. It's not a big deal. Speaking of which, we'll get on. No, fuck it. Segways.
I joined. Here we go.
Greg, what did you get for Black Friday?
Howdy.
I don't think you heard me. Hello. Oh, there we go. I thought there was a space there.
I think he's too busy with his wife.
First time for everything.
Ooh, they have kids. It's not
I know.
The first time.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. And if Greg was listening, he might have something to say about it, but he's not. So I guess we'll just have to take my unopposed, snide opinion as gospel.
But that's throwing shade on Lisa.
No, it's not. Have you seen Greg?
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Speaking of wives, what are we having for dinner?
I'm not eating after 10. I already told you that.
Oh, you got it. Okay, I guess.
Oh, my God.
I should take some ground beef out and make some spaghetti. So I'm kind of... So, all right. I don't know if you are aware, Jared, but I'm getting old. And with age comes infirmity. And I was sleeping last Monday morning, and I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, I decided to twist in my... I'm not even fully out yet. I'm just kind of in the doldrums of sleep, and I decided to twist for some fucking reason. I just feel this sharp tearing pain in my abdomen. I pulled something, apparently. And I couldn't sit up, like, the whole day. I had to... It was a great struggle to get my daily writing done. My 2,000-ish words. Just lying on my side, doing the best I could. Taking ibuprofen and trying to write when I... Whatever. Getting old. I guess I pulled something. And it got better, like, within a day. It was significantly less annoying. I still felt it, especially, like, when I stood up. Feel a lot of tightness and sharp pain. But I could sit up, so whatever. I could work. It wasn't that big of a deal. And it's mostly gone now after about a week. But for some reason, I had, like, a fever on Friday. And I didn't want to do anything. I slept most of the day.
You had a fever?
Yeah. I didn't feel good. I don't want to be awake. So I slept most of the day. And I felt better later when I took some ibuprofen. I'm kind of reliant on ibuprofen. I take, like, 2 pills twice a week these days, it seems.
I had medicine that would help him, and he was like, what are the side effects? I said, it might make you a little loopy and sleepy. And he said, well, I don't want to do that. I have to be able to work. And then he slept the whole week.
I woke up to do...
I just remembered to turn the enemies on now.
Oh, well, good to know.
I forgot.
Can you ask Nathan why there's no monsters?
There's monsters now!
Should be turned on now.
It's nighttime, so...
Greg, they're
You'll
monsters.
see 'em.
Be still your beating heart. Oh, right, yeah. Nintendo Switch is getting kind of close to becoming the all-time best-selling console ever. And curiously, and I say this as a bit of a Sony fan, Sony keeps finding new PlayStation 2 sales hidden under the cushions of the couch. So they've updated the sales for PlayStation 2 to 160 million units lifetime. It's been at 155 million units for the longest time. I can't remember who, but somebody said that it was at 160 a few months ago, earlier in the year, I think.
Jim Ryan.
Okay, Jim Ryan. But I guess it's being officially updated, so PlayStation consoles over the years. PlayStation 1, 102 million units. PlayStation 2, 160 million units. PlayStation 3, 87 million units. PlayStation 4, 117 million units. I can't remember what the PlayStation 5 was at. I think it's at 50-ish? Something like that. What's 65? Mm-hmm. That's better than I thought it was. Doing pretty good there, too. They might hit 100 million units with PlayStation 5. We'll see. I know I saw some early sales figures for the PlayStation 5 on Black Friday, at least from Amazon. And from those figures I've seen, it outsold the Xbox Series 5-1 and the Switch by 2.5-1. So PlayStation 5 by far the most popular console this generation. I think the Fortnite bundle sold really well, as much of an indictment as that may be. So doing pretty good there, but
first few months it was almost impossible to get your hands on one.
Oh yeah,
it took me 3 months. Close
to the first year even. I got 2 of them day one. I bought one for myself, and then there's a lot of sitting at storefronts hitting F5 over and over again to see if there'd be more in stock, and I did that at Best Buy. Just kind of on a whim. I heard they had more in stock. I went to check. They weren't in stock. And then I was like, fuck, I ain't got anything better to do. I'll just hit F5 a few times. And sure enough, it popped up. I added it to my cart, bought it. And I was like, hey, Rebecca, you want a PlayStation 5? Because you're getting one. She's like, sure. The only reason I really wanted a PlayStation 5 is because up until this point, I had never owned a console at launch before. So I was kind of like, it's time. Let's do this. I'm going to try to kill an Enderman. This might not end well.
Well, get its eyes.
It's kicking my ass.
Do you have armor and a weapon?
Yeah.
That are good?
They're okay. Oh, I got him.
Because I tried to fight fucking Enderman wearing iron and using an iron sword, and it did not go well.
No, I killed him. He didn't drop me anything, though. And I forgot...
farm Enderman.
Oh, wait, no. He did drop me an eye, didn't he? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Exit. Oh, it's an ender pearl.
Oh, no, that's what you want.
Okay. Sorry, there's an archer shooting me now.
Try not to die.
I'm close to town. I do need to come get some food, though. I forgot that, we were on this mode, so I've been running around, and now I can't run because I'm out of stamina.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm in a boat, because... yeah, if I was walking, I'd totally have died. I had, like, something attack me while I was out here in my boat. I was like, fuck, there's shit in the water? I'm gonna have to change it back to peaceful so I can get home without losing all this shit. I was getting, like, dive bombed by, like, these weird fucking, bat-like cunts outside of our house. And I don't remember those being a thing. And I was like, what the fuck? How the hell do I even fight these things? I didn't figure it out. I switched to peaceful and then went and looked for iron. Am I dropped from the voice chat?
No.
Okay.
You're still with us.
Nathan, are you still with us? Because normally he never shuts up, so...
Hello?
Did you mute yourself and
No,
forget?
I didn't. That's why I don't know why that happened this time. No, I guess... What's the last thing I said?
I don't remember.
Well, you were talking to me about the Endermen I was fighting.
You said something about being close to home.
Oh, I made it. I don't know what happened.
And I was talking about, like, bird things that dive bomb me. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard you fine. I guess I just stopped being hearable.
I think you accidentally muted yourself.
No, I didn't. I don't know. Headsets are... Maybe to buy new headsets or something. I don't know.
I probably need a new headset. This
well, yours are cheap. I'd expect them to. Got these Pulse headsets. They should work.
It was $25, motherfucker.
Yeah, these things were...
It's a corded headset. It shouldn't be fucking breaking this or being this shitty.
These things are $100, but I've gotten 4 years out of them. That's pretty good. No, I was just saying, like, about your bat thing. Like, it's been a couple years since we played this, so there's probably all kinds of new stuff that we just don't expect.
They aren't like the normal bats in caves, which suck too. Those will attack you. They're like these bluish purple bats that dive bomb you from the sky.
So I'm going to put this Ender Pearl in my personal chest, so I know where it is. I don't know what it's used for.
We need to combine it with blaze powder to create the thing that allows us to find the end portal.
So,
and we need lots of these stupid eyes.
So
or pearls.
Should I be going into through the Ender Portal and fucking around with shit, or?
Not yet. We want to do that probably as a team. I know where the fucking place is that has the blaze portals. Or blaze spawning points.
Okay.
And I don't think you guys will find it without me.
Well, I'm fine with waiting for Greg. I could always use better...
Because I didn't create, like, I did create a pathway to it, but, like, I know how to go on the pathway, whereas you guys probably won't figure it out.
I could always use better gear, so it's not gonna hurt nothing.
Make your diamond gear. Yeah, go find more diamonds.
No! I found you fuckers enough diamonds. I'll do
is
that.
There enough for everybody to have a suit of...
No, there's enough for me, and that's enough diamonds.
Rude!
Well,
you're the miner.
Get your ass down the mine. Yeah, and I built you all mines. Get your ass down there and mine. And craft.
No, you're supposed to mine the stuff we need. I'm the one who builds things.
Uh-huh. Why don't you build yourself some more excuses for not mining?
I am relying on you to do your part.
I did my part. I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. Greg over here just using all our resources without adding to them.
Is Greg in the game now?
I don't know. But I know he stole a bunch of my fish.
He's playing? Okay.
But Ryan's listening to me rant.
Yes, I have the headset.
About how annoying Greg is because he used my fish. So I had to go fishing again in order to be able to get that stupid Ocelot trophy.
Oh, I didn't get that Ocelot trophy. I need to get that Ocelot trophy.
Yeah, you don't want to do that in non-peaceful mode.
Yeah. It's fine. It can wait. It can wait a little bit. In more sales news, Cyberpunk 2077 has sold 30 million units. I assume this game is outside of Ryan's scope. You probably not a big CD Projekt guy.
Not really. I'm aware of it, but no, it's not one I'm too well versed with.
I'm a big CD Projekt fan. I have been for, I remember following the first Witcher when it came out in 2007, not having a PC good enough to play it, but thinking, when I get a new PC, I want to play that game. And sure enough, that's one of the games I played, and we got a new PC. Remember that PC we got in 2008 that's still working in your room, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
GLaDOS.
Yeah, that's where I played The Witcher 1 first. It's been a long time. I like them. They're a good little studio. Up and coming. Feisty. At least they were 15 years ago. Now they're kind of big. And they really shit the bed with Cyberpunk 2077. 2077 released in 2020. Terrible, atrocious, miserable excuse of a game. If Cyberpunk had released in 2023, probably game of the year. It's definitely competing with Tears of the Kingdom and Baldur's Gate 3. Well, I don't know. I think Baldur's Gate 3 runs away with it. But it's in the conversation. We're talking about it as a GOTY contender. But it's a really good turnaround that they did with that game. It's actually worth playing now. 30 million sales, that's quite a lot of sales. I'm not going to say CD Projekt deserves it. I'm not going to powder their ass too much because they lied. They flat out lied. There were no, well, we thought this. No, they hid the review. They hid the console version of the game from people because they knew it was fucking stank. They knew what they were doing, and they were fine scamming you and taking your money anyways. So
they're like, but we'll make it better.
Well, and they did, but that doesn't excuse them for scamming consumers. That's what it was.
But they do it with every game they put out. It
No,
launches shitty and
no.
requires patches to be better.
There are levels. There are levels. Like
Witcher 1, they had to do what?
Well, no, The Witcher 1. See, here's the difference. The Witcher 1 is not as good. Was not as good at launch as it is now, but it wasn't a bad game. It didn't.
They had to put out that whole fucking thing, didn't they?
They didn't have to. They didn't have to.
I mean, they didn't have to, but they did. They make up for their shit. They fucking will give you free fixes.
They were a small studio trying to make a modern action RPG on the Aurora engine. The fact that they got anything working on that's Neverwinter Nights 1 engine. In 2007, like, that engine was shit in 2002 when Neverwinter Nights was made. That engine always sucked. They went back and said, this game did good. It made a lot of sales. It got good critical reception, but we can do better. And then they released Enhanced Edition. They added a lot of tweaks and changes. I don't think any of it was like necessary. It wasn't a game that was broken and they fixed. It was a game that was flawed but good, and they made it better. Not remotely in the same context here. Two different things entirely. Cyberpunk 2077 was broken. They promised features that never made it into the actual game. The big one that gets a lot of attention is you're supposed to have like a metro system, right? That you could ride. Remember all those early trailers where you'd see V sitting in the metro?
No, I don't really remember that.
I mean, there was like key art that had him sitting there in the metro trains, and guess what? You never got a metro train in that game until late 2023, 2024. I can't remember when it came out, but they eventually added a full metro line to Night City.
Wow.
So you could ride around on that train. And you know what? That doesn't absolve them for lying about what was going to be in the game. And it's not, I mean, I'm not saying like Cyberpunk 2077 was a scam because it didn't have a metro line and they said it would. That's just an example. It didn't have so many things that it was supposed to have. It was a fundamentally different game, which is a shame because it told a good story in a competent way, but it wasn't what they promised it was going to be. And it's not like an omission or even the typical, some things get cut. No, these are blatant lies. There was no way any of this was ever making it into the game on those timetables. And again, they withheld codes from console reviewers because they knew that game was fundamentally broken. at launch. So PC reviews were okay. Console reviews were, well, they didn't exist because they knew. They knew it wasn't fit for consumption. And they sold it anyways. And, fixing your game is not the bare minimum, but it's bare minimum adjacent. Bare minimum is offering refunds en masse, which they did. Fixing your game is the next step up from that. Not lying in the first place and going, guys, we're nowhere near done. This is going to take at least until 2022. I'm sorry. But they couldn't do that because they had a lot of investors and it would have tanked them. And, I guess they got away with the scam, but doesn't mean it wasn't a scam. So, I do like the game now.
49ers used to be good.
49ers suck. Fuck the Niners. They knocked the Packers out of the playoffs last season. So I'm a little salty at them. Actually, they've knocked the Packers out of a couple of playoffs. Packers have kind of been on a postseason losing streak against them. So fuck the 49ers. Can't lose to the 49ers in the playoffs if the 49ers don't make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
We'll lose to somebody else.
28-10 to the Bills at the end of third quarter.
Good. Bills, make it 42-10. I know they don't lose extra because, the score is more lopsided, but it doesn't mean I won't cheer for it anyways. Anyways, I'm happy to see this game turn around, sell well, not because of CD Projekt, right? They kind of deserve to take a hit. They deserve to, especially their executives, like they're in a lot of good graces with gamers and journalists again. I don't think they deserve to be. Frankly, if you're that blatantly dishonest. But the game itself deserved to have a turnaround because it was telling a good story, and I can split these two things. I can.
Wolf was
Is that one
slain
of our
by spider.
one of our domesticated creatures? I can separate
the
the
wolves.
the product from the producer in this case. I don't know. Who knows what Greg does when he's not being supervised?
Gets up to mischief early.
Speaking of a great studio, albeit one that doesn't need to apologize for sucking, because all they've done is produce solid gold for a decade now, Larian Studios will release Baldur's Gate 3's Path 8 in 2025, which adds crossplay, a photo mode, and 12 new subclasses to the game, the developer announced. Stress test for the patch will be held early January. I'm not going to read out all these new subclasses, but 12 new subclasses, quite a lot of subclasses. It's basically, I think, increasing the number of subclasses you have access to by 25%, which kind of a big deal. That's the substance of a lot of builds right there. They include things like the Blade Singer for the mage and the Arcane Archer. I think the Arcane Archer is a fighter subclass. There's other cool sounding ones like the Hexblade. We will see how these play, but looks promising, could be cool, and it's free. Larian's supporting a game that honestly deserved all the plaudits it got, and they deserve every bit of praise as a studio for continuing to provide content for it. Fantastic studio, fantastic product. Sony Interactive Entertainment head of Indies Shuhei Yoshida will leave the company on January 15, 2025. After 31 years, he announced. The head of Indies. I don't know what the head of Indies at Sony even does anymore. Oh, I gotta try to kill a creeper with a bow. And not blow up this bridge while I'm at it.
Don't you blow up my bridge.
I'll blow the fuck out of it now. Oh, I don't have a bow.
It's kind of hard to do that without a bow.
I can rectify that. We have bows.
Yes, we do.
Polaris Quest, a subsidiary of Tencent Games. No. Oh, I want to get Ryan's opinion on this, but I also need to get Greg's opinion on it too. So, Just giving you a heads up, Ryan.
Okay.
Polaris Quest, a subsidiary of Tencent Games, has announced Light of Motaram, an open-world survival crafting game with mechanized animal beasts coming to PC via Steam and the Epic Games Scam. A release date was not announced. Oh.
Mechanical Beasts.
Oh.
Is it Horizon?
I know you haven't... Well, I don't know that. I assume you haven't played Horizon. Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West, any of that. But for those of us who have, yes, as Rebecca alluded, this game bears a striking similarity to the Horizon games. And I know Greg loves to clutch his pearls and shriek incessantly about plagiarism. Remember all that Genshin Impact crying he did? Greg, come feast your eyes on this link I sent you, this article. I want to know your opinion of this game.
I will stick him on. Bear with me.
Is he talking to his wife? They must have doubled their yearly nuptial conversations this podcast. Where are the bows? Where did you put them, Rebecca?
What?
Bows.
They're in the workshop.
Oh.
And against the wall. If you're facing into it, the right side.
Whoa, these bows are broke as fuck.
Hell, they're bows that we got from skeletons. Just equip several of them. Don't forget the arrows.
I don't know if you heard that. Greg is trying to do the skeleton trophy and it's not going according to plan, apparently.
Greg.
Did he take a bunch of our bows?
He probably
did. He make a bow?
You can make bows?
Yes, you can make bows with sticks and string. And you can get strings from spiders.
I'm back.
I'm just repairing a bow.
These damn skeletons, I swear I hit them from 50 yards or whatever they want, and
I don't think you realize how far 50 yards is in this game. It's pretty far, dude.
They despawn. They like phase out of the world when I try to go at extreme distances.
I can't remember how we measured the 50 before.
Greg made
a shooting
gallery.
So how do you use bows? Do you equip the bow and arrow? Yeah, no.
I mean, I guess I can make another shooting gallery. But
Rebecca, do you remember how to use bow and arrows in this game?
No, ask Greg. He's the one doing it right now.
You equip a bow. You have arrows in your inventory.
Okay.
And then you just use L2. It's not hard.
All right. I'm going to try to blow up a creeper with a bow.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
Yeah. Figured it would be.
You know what? I'm going to make a shooting gallery again. I can't stand this. We're gonna make a 50 pace gallery.
Now I got to find a creeper again because I think
We'll make it on the other side of the bridge.
Well, I'm making it down in the wide open area down the stairs where it's wide and open and tons of enemies. I mean, I'll take you there once it's ready.
Oh, there's an Enderman here too.
As long as it's away from our town, I don't care.
It's way away.
Okay. I was trying to...
what's this article? Mechanical open world survival crafting game Light of Moritium. Would you want me to read this because it is open world crafting?
Look at it! What does that game remind you of?
Tencent.
Oh.
What
that
is
sure is Horizon, isn't it?
Like blatant Horizon ripoff?
Yeah, like very clearly.
Okay, I have gone around the entire world twice now. I have no idea how to get back from the ocean. I shouldn't have been able to do that.
I don't like these bat things.
No, they're assholes.
I just randomly found some diamonds while making our shooting gallery.
Well, that's nice. See, that's the game rewarding you for playing it the way you should. So, Greg, I know you like to hate on Chinese things and go on rants about plagiarism. Take it away.
Blatant rip-offs of Horizon. At least they made Black Myth Wukong, right? That game sold well. I can't see it as a rip-off of much other than, I mean, Devil May Cry and general action games.
Yeah,
I guess,
you can't trademark a genre.
So,
Don't worry.
I mean, China's done well.
Right now.
What's that, Jared?
I'm sure Nintendo's trying to do that right now.
They would if they could, for sure.
I know there was a hard drive article that pretty much.
Running and jumping has always been our thing.
The first two things Mario did.
So this is block 1. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're just gonna 50 it off here. That's
So
10, right?
here's the question though: how are you going to get a skeleton in there?
No idea. Trap him and then I guess bring him in here.
Because the last time you did it, you built it underground, and you just had to have one spawn in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, you're underground. Okay, never mind. All right, you got this. I'm not gonna doubt the master, I guess. So Greg, what did you get for Black Friday? Inquiring minds need to know.
I got a PlayStation Portal.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
7 games. I got that Silent Hill 2 thanks to you.
You're welcome.
And then just a smattering of games at GameStop's buy 2 get 1. Which I can name off if you want. I got Cuphead, which Ryan and I have been playing. That game is rough. Alone in the Dark.
Hey, Phil, Nathan, 35-10 to the Bills.
Oh, 35-10. Yeah, that game's a
yeah. that probably does their season in, honestly.
What, the 49ers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They were on the fringes already, but they're not. I don't think it's mathematic. Well, I think it is mathematically possible, but the odds are. They're not coming back. They're not coming back. They're going to be sitting at home in January.
Yeah, I think so.
Jared, I love the Bills. I wish everything for the best for them.
So let's see, what did I say? Silent Hill 2, Alone in the Dark, Cuphead, Planescape Torment, the dual
Switch
thing that came in. No, PS4.
No,
hey,
just as good.
I just dug straight to a. Yeah. Ooh. I just dug straight to a skeleton archer. That's funny. This path led out to a giant hole. Giant hole? Yes, giant hole. Okay. What else? Magma Lord? What was that?
Maglum Lord. I know what that is.
Magnum Lord, Metal Gear Solid Collection.
Hey.
And some Sword Art Online game.
So wait, no. That can't be it. Because I know there's another game you bought.
Oh, yeah, I bought an NES game.
No, that's not the one. No.
No, I did buy an NES game.
What NES game did you buy?
Fester's Quest.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Do you want me to just fucking mail you my turds and fucking put them in an NES box?
Hey! The classic Addams Family game, Fester's Quest.
You know who did a video about that game?
I have no idea.
Your favorite YouTuber, AVGN.
I mean, if you say so.
He did.
I'm not going to change my name. He's the one that sucks.
Okay.
Let me guess, not good.
No. He doesn't.
I don't know if this is 50 paces. Hey, come down here. Come count this out.
Well, I don't know where you went.
Come down the stairs.
What stairs?
In our mine.
Which stairs? There's all
The
kinds
main
of
ones.
stairs.
Go down the main stairs, and when the place gets huge, take a right, and you'll find me in a tunnel down here. Or actually, when you get to the huge place, let me know.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4,
should know where that is.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So why? Like I noticed you didn't have Remnant 2 on your list anywhere, Greg.
Oh, I have Remnant 2 digitally.
What? When did you get that?
It's free for pro subscribers or something like that.
Oh, okay. And you're keeping that pro subscription?
Well, I paid for a year. I figure we'll use it by then.
Okay. All right, never mind then. I don't gotta. Cause
well, I got it right before I had to do a guide on Animal Well, so it pretty much paid for itself. I regret nothing.
No, I don't care.
I had to purchase it anyways.
Because I bought Remnant 2, and I expected you to have this game. Oh shit, fell in the hole. But hey, you have it. We can play it anytime going forward. I asked Rebecca if she wanted a copy of it. She was like, nah. She ain't vibing with it.
But she liked Remnant.
I don't think she played through it with us that much. Alright, I got a bunch of games over the course of time, mostly from
more than 7?
I think so. Oh, there's a skeleton archer. Punk. I don't know how far away I need to be, but I will. Oh, you can't. No, don't chase me. Yeah, he wants to chase me. Man, there's a lot of iron just sitting out here. I forgot how much iron there was. Oh, no, I don't know where he is. Is that him? Oh, they're not allowed to move. See, that's another thing. You build a little corridor and they can't move on you.
Yeah, I see your name. You see mine?
Yeah.
I made a little corridor down this way. I was trying to stand up here and shoot them down in the ditch. But it was, like, not working out for me. See, like, I see one right there.
Yeah, no, it's a lot harder to do this organically.
I'm out of arrows? God damn it. I'm out of arrows.
There are bird feathers, and you can get your own sticks. If you're up in the storage room and you're facing to the inner hallway, it is the singular box on the left. That's where the feathers are, I think.
Alright, will do. Thank you.
I'm glad I took our arrows. Otherwise, Greg would have just used them.
Where do you think I got the arrows I was using?
Exactly.
I made them.
I don't believe
Duh.
it. How do these things shoot so fast? Good lord.
Well, I know we had 2 stacks of arrows.
No! I'm trying to box this skeleton archer in.
Which were there because of me, thank you very much.
No! That block was there! Oh, this game's a cheating fuck. What? Get out of here, zombie. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Don't die.
I died. I think the skeleton died too! Alright, I need to go back down there and get my shit.
How are you gonna die to a skeleton?
So I was trying to build a thing around it.
You're trying to trap them?
Yeah. Oh, where's our stairs? Forgetting my own mind layout now. It takes away all your XP when you die? That's bullshit. I thought it only took away half. I gotta find out where the fuck I was.
Do we need XP for anything?
Yeah, enchanting stuff. Oh no, I guess it takes away like 3/4. Bullshit. Bullshit cheating ass game. Alright. Go somewhere where I'm less likely to die and re-equip my shit.
Oh, Rybear.
Oh, giggles.
How's your Earth Cavern going?
It's going.
How's all that whiskey treating you?
Very well, thank you.
Ha 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 ha!
I'm just test the rest of the bottle.
How you doing in there, Eddie?
Very well.
Alright, so storage, single chest.
Quite a while.
Storage, single chest. That's not it.
Let me go try and find my...
Yeah.
Let me go try and find my meat.
Yeah, 48 feathers. Jesus.
Well, I found cobblestone. There's my meat. There we go. That's what I wanted.
You need, what is that, flint?
For what?
For arrows?
What?
For arrows, you need flint, right?
I have no clue.
Yes.
I didn't think you needed flint for arrows, but I could be wrong.
Something's not right.
What?
We're in here.
Agreed. Hey, will you do me a favor? You dump this out and just bring me some ice?
I'll put that to right.
Thank you, thank you. What a man, what a man.
I'm going to steal that from Ryan.
I'll put that to right.
Yeah, that's way clever than any Americanism we have for that.
I guess.
Doesn't it just sound like twice as smart as anything an American would say in that situation?
I mean... Hey, Rebecca, do we have flint somewhere I can use?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was muted and I told you where it is. In the workshop. When you enter the workshop, it'll be on the right, the wall on the right, where the bows and stuff are. Usually.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, sir.
Things I bought from GameStop. I bought Remnant 2, Tomb Raider 1-3, System Shock, and Sandland. Sandland was mostly for the free shipping.
Oh, Sandland, huh?
Needed to get something at the end there.
These motherfucking skeletons are sniping me from the coastline. I fucking hate them.
VGP, I bought Hades, PS5. It was super cheap.
Oh, Hades is such a good game.
Immortals Phoenix Rising, PS5. I will buy redundant PS5 copies of games if they're like $5, because why wouldn't you? Why would I could get a burger somewhere, or I can have a fucking physical copy of a PS5 game. I'll take the... Surprisingly, I will take the video game over the food in this case.
That doesn't sound right.
Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition, PS4. Slime Rancher, PS4. Surprisingly, I never owned a physical copy of that. We were just playing it digitally. It's always hard to tell what's actually hitting you in this game. Terminator Resistance Enhanced Edition, PS5. I was just buying stuff as VGP put them on sale too.
So you're impulse buying?
I was opportunity buying. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Ew, this zombie's all like glowy. There's a skeleton. Oh, there's two of them. Well, that's one way to get arrows. Oh, of course he's in the water, so I can barely hit him. There we go. Now he's dead. Lucky water skeleton. Man, this is dangerous at night, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, a little kid zombie. Ew. Ew. Why can't I hit?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
There we go. Where's the next date? There we go. Let's go look here. Nope, that's not it. Etrian Odyssey Nexus Launch Edition. A bunch of PlayStation controllers. I bought 3, Rebecca got 1. I should never have to buy a PlayStation 5 controller again. That is the hope, that is the dream.
I hear somebody screaming on the TV. Probably the Bills scoring again. Or, you know, the occasional pity.
Touchdown Bills, but there's a flag.
Touchdown Bills. There's a flag. I was
on the
thinking maybe it
49ers,
could
42-10, I called it.
It could be a pity touchdown.
No. No one gives any pity to the 49ers.
What's the best way to do this? Probably draw a skeleton archer to the end of the shooting gallery and then block him.
No, remember we had like a long shooting gallery and then there was like a single block that separated the shooting part for the player from the part where the skeleton is, and you leave the part.
How do you make the skeleton stay there?
I'm telling you, you leave the part where the skeleton's going to be dark while the player's part is lit up, and then you just zone in and out until a skeleton spawns there, and then you can get far enough away.
Okay.
If that makes any sense, I don't know. I probably explained it.
Oh, well, let's set it up. Are you over there? Are you building?
No. I'm on the surface fighting. I'm trying to regain lost levels. And also getting components for things, because we haven't had monsters in this game in a while. Oh my god. I hate that the D-pads are used for things other than menu things. Okay. Oh, there's not a lot of drop-off with these bows, is there? I ain't hitting no moving targets with this. That not hit? Despawned on me.
See, that's what I'm telling you. That's what they do.
Yeah, need a shooting gallery for these things. Tell you what, I could totally be using a diamond sword too.
Why aren't you?
Because I want to enchant it, so that's actually worth using.
Yeah, isn't there a trophy for doing X amount of damage?
Oh, I'm not fishing for that yet. I think you got to use potions or something to boost your damage. I could be wrong, but...
Oh, man.
Nope, that apparently was not far enough. Yeah, it despawned as soon as I got away.
I did pick up a few things.
Oh, hold on. I bought Record of Agorist War for the Switch. Persona 5 Tactica Launch Edition for the Switch.
You didn't already have that?
I had it for PlayStation, but it was super cheap on VGP for the Switch. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, that was fucking $5.
They had, what was it, Persona 5 Strikers? Oh, it's by the bridge. I don't want to fight you by the bridge. Persona 5 Strikers for the PlayStation 4 for $3.50. And then the Switch version of that was like $7. So I was like, yeah, I'll get it for the Switch for that price. Valkyrie Profile Covenant of the Plume. And I think that's all I bought. Yeah, Persona 5 Strikers, 2 copies of that. Yep. Bought a lot of things, most of them from VGP, mostly different versions of things I already had because they're just so cheap. And a few new games. Most of the new games were from GameStop. I think the best sale that I saw on Black Friday, aside from Persona 5 Strikers at VGP being that cheap, was Silent Hill for $30 seemed pretty good.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty good price for that.
For a newish game, yes, that is really good.
But that was like it as far as Black Friday sales went. This Black Friday kind of stunk. And I'm glad I didn't wait to see, like, oh no, they're going to start selling the real stuff on Black Friday. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it was pretty weak.
Alright, go on, Jared.
I got 3 games digitally and 2 physical. I got, off PSN, I got, Grandia HD Collection. It was $20.
Wait, that's on PSN?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's pretty good. Grandia is a fantastic game.
Yeah, I think each game has its own trophy list too, so, you know, it's not bad. I got a PSN copy of Skyrim.
Oh, you gonna ever play it?
Maybe. right after Mass Effect.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote to doubt.
And then I got a digital copy of Live a Live.
Oh yeah, that was $20, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Live is worth $20 for sure.
I might should have bought that, but I didn't.
And then physical, I got Metal Gear Solid Collection.
Hey, twinsies.
And Gundam Breaker 4.
Is that like a Musu?
No, it's action game, but it's all Gunpla, so you know the models.
Oh. So wait, it's based on the models?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a video game about fake robots, but the toy collectible model versions of the fake robots instead of the...
Yeah, you build it. There's a lot of customization and stuff like that.
Okay. Can you imagine if they made a game like that for Warhammer? Instead of buying the minis and painting them, you just had a video game?
Yeah. I mean, they may as well.
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
It's kind of weird that they don't.
Well, I can tell you why they don't. Games Workshop wants you to buy the plastic. Nah, I should put that one. It doesn't matter. Probably don't need to be picking up rotten flesh.
Oh, with that attitude.
Probably don't need any more wheat seeds. Man, I burnt through a lot of that steak I brought, though. I guess I have more of it. I guess I have more. Oh, I don't know where I set my respawn point. Just kind of ended up swinging. Alright. So, I mean, like, you know, despite it not being a very good Black Friday sale, we nevertheless persisted and found out how to do a capitalism.
Yeah, gamers are good like that.
Rebecca, what did you get for Black Friday?
Secret stuff?
Well, just say where you spent money then.
On Temu?
You spent a lot of money on Temu.
Secret Timo stuff, huh?
Presents for Nathan and the dogs.
She also bought herself a vacuum cleaner. Merry Christmas.
I did do that. It has a corgi on it.
The box does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like, how many vacuum cleaners do we have? 3?
Well, the one is pretty fucking old. We got it the same year that The Witcher 3 came out.
The shop vac?
Oh, no, the one that's in the living room.
Well, yeah, the one...
Not the new one.
Yeah, the once the handle starts going and that starts falling apart, duct tape will only keep it in the game for so much longer. Time to get a new. Like we have three vacuum cleaners. One's a really light one that's kind of just useful for like vacuuming up fur that collects in the corners. Another is a more heavy duty vacuum cleaner, good for good for just vacuuming the whole carpet like you sometimes need to do. And then we have a shop vac somewhere. Then we have a shop vac.
I don't remember where it is.
It's in the fish room somewhere.
Oh.
But
it's not very good, and it was never really good. It was like $15.
Yeah, I mean, but we used it when we needed to clean, like when there's broken glass or some shit. It was good for that.
Well, we used it when we didn't have carpets.
Yeah, that too. Oh, there's a bunch of skeletons right down there.
Are you still trying to do that without my gallery?
No, I'm trying to get to your gallery.
I'm not even gonna try to come home.
I'm still kind of making
I'm now on my third way around the world without figuring out how to get
you need to figure this out.
No.
Yeah, you all listen. We've all been on long excursions. You gave me the numbers, and then you just see which way you're going.
I'm not doing it not on peaceful. I could walk over, but I'd have to leave all the stuff in my boat. So I should probably just find that desert town again and fucking put all my stuff in a chest there and walk back with the most important stuff.
What is in your boat that's important?
I've got a bunch of like shit from Ender Portal things. Not Ender Portals, whatever. You know those little partial broken portals and stuff? You know how there's like tools and stuff in there? I've got iron ore, I've got iron bars, I've got gold, got a bunch of coal, stuff like that.
Jesus,
I don't think we need any of that.
I don't think we need any of it.
Oh, we don't.
I might need to make some diamond armor at this rate. Goodness.
Well, fuck you. How about
Focus.
That? No.
It absolutely refuses to focus.
Should have focused on getting our ass home last time we played.
I guess I will go check the shooting range after taking a trip to the nether area. What? We have to get stuff there to make the ender pearls, right?
We don't need to do that right now.
Yeah, but what else are we going to do?
I don't know. Finish making your shooting range?
I already did.
Oh.
But I was just in it, so nothing's going to be there.
Yeah, this isn't going to be far enough away. 50 tiles is pretty far away.
That's not far enough, you think?
Oh, no, I'm talking about something else.
What? What are you talking about?
Another one that I'm trying to snipe. He moved.
Let's see here. Swim in lava while having the fire resistance effect. Can you make some potions for that, Nathan?
No, I don't know how to make potions. We need to do ender stuff to get potion materials.
Destroy a ghast with a fireball. Relieve a blaze of its rod.
I think that's both ender world stuff too.
Yeah, we have to be able to make fireballs or something like that, right?
I can't remember. It's been way too long.
Yeah, so guys, just kill Enderman on this podcast. Get the little ender pearls. And the next podcast, we'll get the blaze powder and find the end portal. And between now and the next one, I'll find a way to get home. Well, I remembered what happened. I took sleeping stuff and then was playing Minecraft till I fell asleep. And I got lost. And I forgot to get back on to figure out where I was.
What a lush. Okay.
Speaking of lush, I should be drinking. Oh my. What is this cup?
That is whiskey.
Oh, and I'm gonna kill off these margaritas.
But we do need a lot of ender pearls or whatever for the enderman.
And I got 2.
I've got 0.
We do need to hunt
We
them
probably need at least 25.
Jesus.
Are those ingredients for the things that you chuck?
Yeah.
How many of them does it take for one thing to throw? Because I did the hunting when we did it.
You only need 1 to throw, so
right,
I guess you
need to throw it a ton of times.
Yeah.
I ended up using like 5 or 6 when we did this platinum the first time.
Yeah, the recommended is like
I'm thinking
20
we need like
just
8.
in case. Yeah, but the thing is the world we played it in last time was not this size. It was smaller.
Are you talking about fighting the Ender Dragon, or?
Yeah, the Ender Dragon portal thing.
Man, I'm nowhere near ready for that shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all crazy.
That is the goal.
Not the immediate goal.
That is the goal.
No. This game can last a bit longer. Alright, I'm trying to find Greg's shooting gallery. I'm not actually sure where it is. Is this long thing here?
Yeah, that's Greg's shooting gallery.
Is it?
The long thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else could that be?
I mean, just anything? Oh, Greg. Building is not your strong suit.
No. We all know what my strong suit is.
Misappropriating our fucking stuff that we get for ourselves.
Trophies and dragging you to trophies.
Theft. Destruction of property.
It sounds like a pretty fun Tuesday night.
Vandalism.
Yeah, vandalism. Can't forget that.
Ryan is singing pop songs over here. He is thoroughly bored of your talking.
How drunk is he?
I've been feeding him whiskey all night. We finished off a bottle of Crown. There's another bottle Evans Honey Whiskey. We finished that off too.
Right. Okay, so
there's nobody in this place.
How do don't want to take Greg's word for it that this is 50 down. I'd like to actually have
I told you to go count it.
I'd like to have a way to mark this out. And I see some redstone. I can probably use that. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 was rated by the ESRB for the Switch, PS4, and PC. I don't know how many Capcom Fighting Collections there are going to be, but at least 2. Capcom's made a few fighting games in their time, though, so I guess there could be a lot. Man, the hit detection in this game is ass! I can't reach that redstone. I don't really want to build up to it. Thought there it is. Hi, Joker. Oh, you poor little thing. Greg feels sad for Joker.
No.
Do you hear that, Rebecca?
Hating on that
Ryan,
puppy.
they should call that a fantasy song.
Yeah, because we need to have a little patience.
Well, no, the reason it's a fantasy is because it's a guy singing about having a little patience to a girl, having patience for him, I'm assuming, right? And that's never happened in the history of the world.
Guys having patience hasn't happened?
No, girls having patience for guys.
Oh. Look,
In
Greg,
what regard? You're going to have to be more
this
specific.
podcast is not a venue for you to work out your marital problems, okay?
Oh my god. It sure as heck is!
Alrighty. Calm down there.
I think of Anchorman when I hear that. He's like, I said with all due respect. Just because you say with all due respect doesn't mean you get to say whatever you want. It sure as hell does.
Oh, man. Anyways, we got a bit of a news story. Oh, hold on. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, I can't even count these. I can't see the
They're
highlight.
hard to count. Yeah,
Can't see the highlight
like,
as well as I used to be able to.
Your eyesight's going.
How about you put every other block and count to 25 using the blocks that you have in your inventory?
So, that should be number 5 right there. No! I don't want to do that. Can you believe the college-educated dude is having to count because the non-college-educated dude can't count to 50? Who would have seen that coming? 1, 2,
Very, very likely.
5. 6.
You're the type of person
7,
that wouldn't
8,
hire me
9.
at GameFAQs, aren't you?
I
Clearly the most qualified person.
I guarantee you, Greg,
You'd make the wrong call, wouldn't you?
I guarantee you I would have hired you over Crystal. I guarantee it. And it has nothing to do with your credentials or lack thereof whatsoever. I promise you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm out of redstone though. So each one of these marks should be like the 5th. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, okay, so that formula works. I just need more redstone. I don't really want to go and get it. I just want to find some. I always find some when I don't want it. I know where some is. So, Path of Exile 2 is coming out in early access soon. Like, 5 days? And, I know we played Path of Exile on this podcast. It was okay. Like, problem I had with it is just when a game has to be persistent and online, they keep having to add shit. So eventually it got bloated. You just needed to jump through so many hoops to get the materials you needed to clear dungeons, to unlock specializations. And then it had all these fucking traps that insta-killed you, which, be real with you, that's not why I play Diablo games. I don't play Diablo. I'm getting killed by these fucking zombies. Jesus Christ. Okay. Killed the really annoying one. I don't play Diablo games to fucking deal with, like, endless series of floor traps. That is not high on my list of reasons to play those games. So, not the biggest fan of Path of Exile. It's got a rabid fan base, though. That's where I'm going with this. It does have a lot of fans, and they are absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, the developers had an error of judgment. They gave review codes, and I emphasize review codes, to some traditional media sites, and also to a site that should in no way, shape, or form be considered traditional media, but whatever. Fextralife got a review copy.
Oh, that wiki site.
Yes, and...
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Are you familiar with the quality of their work?
I've only ever seen their work in Dark Souls, like Wikipedia articles.
Will generally rank somewhere between pond scum and absolute trash. And a lot of the Path of Exile fans were not happy that Fextra had access to this. You may ask, how did anybody know? Because
why would they care?
Well, when you get a review code, it typically comes with an NDA, right?
Yeah.
Well, Fextralife did not honor their NDA.
Well,
they got a review code, and they leaked a bunch of videos. I'm going to put the words leaked in the biggest air quotation marks you can imagine. And in response to this, the developers actually decided to go to bat for Fextralife. And the Path of Exile fans that saw this were not happy. They want everybody to be starting from the same position. They don't want there to be spoilers. I'm going to be generous and call them ARPG purists. And as somebody who has written a lot of CRPG guides, these people are fucking crazy, okay? That's all I'm going to say. CRPG fans,
oh, they're out to get you now.
Insane. But this is the tweet sent by the developer. We've seen some speculation that some people may have already had access to early access versions of Path of Exile 2. To clarify, some traditional games media have been given access to review a version of the game. Part of the stipulation that media were given is that this is for review purposes only. They may share their opinions of the game, but they are not allowed to produce guide-style content from this version that would spoil discovery of the game or post unedited walkthroughs. They are not playing on the same servers as the early access version, so none of their progress will be kept. In addition, all the content they produce is embargoed until release of the early access on December 6th, so no content is supposed to be posted until then. Unfortunately, there was a miscommunication with Fextralife that resulted in a video being posted early. This was a mistake on our end and is in no way on Fextralife. On release day, we want players to be able to make a more informed choice about if they would like to buy a key. We believe that allowing traditional games media access should be able to accomplish this without spoiling the game. So I've not been following this. I'm not a big Path of Exile fan. It's not really on my radar, but I was scrolling the Twitter earlier in the morning as I waited for sleep to take me, and instead of sleep, I found drama, which is usually what you're going to find on Twitter. And so
and let's be fair, that's what you search out.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to deny it. And I did at this point. I started seeing rumblings, and I decided to, piece together a timeline, a rough version of events from what I'd seen. So this is what I got. This is what I pieced together this morning. Developers of Path of Exile 2 gave Fextra early access codes. People do not like Fextra because they suck and are view-botting scammers who produce useless guides. Path of Exile 2 developers said the codes were strictly for reviews. Fextra released some video about the game, which they're not supposed to do, and pissed off a lot of fans because spoilers. Path of Exile 2 dev said it was their bad, and the video's leaked, miscommunication or something. That's not the only thing Fextra posted. You know what else Fextra has been doing this whole time? They have been creating guides from the early access version of the game they've been given.
That's a term
Of course they
very
have.
loosely.
Term it very usefully, because if you or I were to write this, we would at very best call them our pre-guide notes. This is what you would write down while playing before you took it to quote unquote work to finish it.
Their boss strategy for one of the early bosses is literally a sentence.
I mean, it's Fextralife, so what they do is they make, okay, if you're not in the industry, I will tell you why they do this. They make the absolute bare minimum content they have to get ranked for SEO. And they care about being early. They do not care about being accurate or good or in-depth or up-to-date or any of that.
As long as you give them a click, that's all they care about.
Yeah. And they're a wiki site. So you know what they don't use? Professional authors. People who might know a lot about the game. They expect the audience to voluntarily make their shit better. And if it doesn't happen, oh well, they got the early shit anyways. You will rank for SEO just by being first and putting in the keywords, and this is exactly what their quote-unquote guide, quote-unquote pages are supposed to do. It's just...
Well...
It's just
what did
supposed
they
to...
get instead?
Well, I'll get there. They're just scamming for SEO and keywords. That's all they're doing at this point. They're putting in the exact amount of effort that they want to get what they want, which is traffic for nothing, undeserved traffic for shit quality content that helps no one. They actually have, excuse me, they actually have guides posted. They're not live, but here's the thing: it is a open wiki. You can edit this, and you know what else you can do? You can view their edit history. So if you want to see all the guides they've been working on that are set to go live, which they are not supposed to be doing based on terms of their NDA, you can go on their site right now and click on it and see their guides. So hold on, let me count something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This should be roughly far enough. So yeah, starting from this white line here. That's 10, 20, 30, 40. Wait, did I count this wrong? I might have counted this wrong. I didn't go to college for a math degree, damn it. 5, 10, 15, 20,
counting this hard.
25, 30, 35, 40. Did I count that wrong again? No way. Okay. Something is not wrong here.
Give him your thoughts on Fextra. Are you serious?
I am.
Oh, well, ask him what Fextra is.
Hey, Nathan, what's Fextra?
Scam wiki that produces junk content.
I can't believe you never heard of it.
They're a bad site. One of the big criticisms they got recently is when you click on any of their pages, you will see a bunch of embedded videos playing, and that links like to their Twitch channel. So when you visit their wiki pages, you are boosting their Twitch channel, and it's all just clickbait revenue streams.
Okay, basically just clicks are clicks.
Yeah. Garbage content, but the Path of Exile fans didn't like this. They don't want the spoilers out there. They don't like Fextralife in any case. So they went and started editing the pages and posting. Well, some of the things that they posted are racial slurs, instructions for building pipe bombs, ASCII porn art, and just general insults. It is hilarious and glorious. Fextra deserves every bit of it. They are a garbage site, and developers of Path of Exile should feel a little shame for giving Fextra the ability to fucking turn their game into a circus before launch like this.
There's a lot of dicks in like high detail.
High detail ASCII dicks on that site.
Yeah,
they're honestly very impressive.
Hilarious.
The amount of detail you can get out of a throbbing member using colons and semicolons. Look, I wouldn't have predicted that was possible. It's outside of my artistic capabilities, and frankly, my imagination. But
they were well executed.
They are well executed ASCII dicks on there, and so yeah, we will see what the fallout of this will be, if any. There deserves to be some. It's bullshit that Fextra is doing this. The developers of Path of Exile 2 specifically said that these codes were not meant for guides. And look, I've written some guides off of review codes myself. Not in any case where it was ever said that we were not supposed to, and none of my shit was accessible before launch. But if a developer told us not to make guide content off of a review code, we would not make or guide content off that review code. And you know why? Because it doesn't fucking matter. We don't need to. We're not trying to create clickbait garbage. We're trying to actually make a finished guide, for one thing. So our incentive structure is entirely different. And the advantage you get just by playing the game early makes things go faster by an order of magnitude, just by having played the game before. You will be able to replay it when the game launches, blast through things super fast, and get a massive head start without writing a single word before launch.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience. So, oh, you son of a... there's a skeleton on a high ledge. That is the dickest position he could have been in. I don't know how you're supposed to get 50 tiles away from them without them despawning. Because, man, that should have been the... Oh, is that a witch? Yeah, she's trying to throw a potion at me. I killed a witch. Didn't we need to kill a witch? Rebecca?
I don't know. I don't know what they drop. I know they drop potions sometimes.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to. $14 arrows. Yeah, I'm not running out. So, I'm very curious to see how this scandal evolves. Hopefully something happens. Hopefully, at the very least, developers realize that Fextralife are not honest. They're not upfront. They're not willing to abide by the terms of the NDA. Don't give them codes anymore. They will not produce anything worthwhile with them. They will make your audience mad. They will make your game seem shoddy. They will leak your shit. It's just bad. Don't do it. Don't do it.
And it sounds, from the sounds of things, people are catching on to it, and they have just decided to start fucking about with them.
Oh, the market hate. You want to go look at the Path of Exile 2 wiki for Fextra. I mean, I let Greg do that on his computer. But I would not put it above people based on what they're posting to put malware on that site. Oh, that sucked. I hit the wrong button and I crouched as a creeper blew up next to me. So yeah, that's the big news story. People really hate Fextra, as well they should. I've always been kind of, I don't want to say neutral. I don't have any use for Fextra, so it's like, it's getting upset about something you don't really interact with on a daily basis. It's, there are better things I could be angry at. Things that affect my daily life for one thing, but this episode has been kind of revealing. That's all the news we have for this episode of the podcast, though. I don't know why Greg's sleeping in a bed. Trying to work on Greg's shooting gallery here, but I keep getting driven off by enemies. Could use a wingman. Too bad he's too busy fucking around in the fucking Ender place. God forbid he can't chase a trophy for 5 minutes to work on getting another trophy. Alright. So, let's try counting this again, but this time with real numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really? Okay, so I guess I am off. One, 2, 3, 4, red. So that should be the 10th red, which would mark 50 tiles. And let's give it an extra 1 just to be safe. There we go. That's 50 tiles. So this is a skeleton spawn zone. We will not light this, but we've got to get skeletons to spawn in here somehow. I'm going to be so pissed if I run... Oh, does this open up? Oh no, maybe I'm just seeing things. I'll be so pissed if I dig and there's like water. Okay, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Alrighty. Is everybody still there? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm waiting for you all to finish so I can sign out and go back to bed.
Oh, you're sleepy. I mean, I got a page I should probably finish at some point, but...
Yeah, I'm sleepy and I have an appointment early in the morning.
Wait, when is your appointment?
7:30 in the morning.
Well, that sucks.
Why does that suck?
What do you got an appointment for?
Doctor.
What doctor?
Medical doctor? Primary care doctor?
I can't remember what reason you'd have to get an appointment.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it on the podcast.
Okay.
Also, I agreed with your mom to let you watch their dogs
Let me?
Friday and Saturday. Yeah, you just got to go to their house like 2 or 3 times
What?
and let their dogs out.
Why can't they
And
bring
make
it
sure
here?
they have food. Because Sienna can't go up the fucking stairs.
Oh my god. Well, what am I going to do if she doesn't go up the stairs there?
She can go up and down their back stairs. She can't go up and down their front stairs.
Oh my god. Well, you didn't volunteer me for that because I'm not driving over there.
I told her to bring her Kia.
Doesn't mean I want to drive.
Well, whatever. It's few enough times I could probably do it.
Goddamn, I'm volunteering you for shit.
If you had talked to her, you would have agreed to do it anyway.
I'd agreed to let her bring the dogs here.
You fucking have her bring them over here, and then I end up watching them. So the least you can do is go over there
There's
and
no
let them out.
watching. They have to be walked twice a day.
Yeah, and she won't come in, and I don't have time to fight her to get her in.
Can't believe that dog's still alive. What's wrong with this world?
Yeah, she's old as shit.
Okay, so was I correct with my prediction? 42-10. We'll go look.
Ooh, it should have been 42, but they did
got
have
called
a
back.
touchdown.
Okay.
The flag was on the field. It has finished 35-10.
Well, you know what? That's... I don't know if the... I don't know if the 49ers can make the playoffs anymore. That should be it for their season.
Yeah, it's their records 5-7. Bills 10-2.
I think the worst team that's currently in the playoff race in the NFC has an 8-5 record. So you would need to at least match that, and then other tiebreakers go into effect. And I mean they're behind by 3 games. There's like 5 games left in the season to play, and there's a lot of other teams that have a similar record or a slightly better record. And a lot of teams that frankly have a better record that probably aren't going to lose their next 5 games in a row. So we'll see. I don't think they're eliminated yet, but from a practical standpoint, ain't looking good. Ain't looking good for them.
Yep.
So you hate to see it. You hate to see it. So, but these things only spawn in cave biomes or something. The skeleton trophy is going to be such a pain. Especially since enemies seem to be zoning out at, or despawning at about 50 tiles.
The number 18 in the NFC is 6-6.
Yeah. But are they... That's the number 18.
Well, there's 3 teams at 6-6.
So they're 1 game behind all these teams. They would need all these teams to they would have to win out. They would need all of these other teams to lose at least one game, maybe more. I don't know what tiebreakers any of these teams have. And then they would have to have the Commanders or the Packers basically go, 2-3 the next couple of weeks? Do you turn peaceful mode on, Rebecca?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't see any enemies, so I'm just a bit surprised. Just wondering what this game is concocting.
Doom.
Oh, you bitch. I can't even see these stupid things. Because they're so far away. I mean, they're not even that far away, it's just dark. There he is. Trying to find a white enemy on an off-white background. Did I hit him? Well, I hit something. I think there's a zombie in front of him, too. Oh, he's all the way over there now. What hit me? I almost forgot how atrocious combat in this game was.
It's hard to believe that not every team has had their bye yet.
Yeah, the Commanders haven't, right?
Yeah, the Ravens haven't either.
It has to be soon, right?
Yeah, I think it's next week. For the Ravens, at least.
I mean, the Ravens look like they could use it. Did I kill it? I killed something down there, but I didn't want to. Yeah, 50 tiles is an awful long way away. Especially when these things can just despawn. I don't know. I don't think this is happening tonight. I know that Enderman who was near me is gone. Okay. So, I guess two teams in the AFC have clinched playoff spots, the Bills and the Chiefs. Unfortunately, the Lions can't clinch their division because they got two teams right on their ass. Packers are 2.5 games back. Vikings are 1 game back. Should be worse. Should be worse. Vikings should have lost to the Cardinals today, but they got lucky that the Cardinals suck.
Chiefs and Bills have clinched a playoff spot of the 5 available. Steelers, Texans, Chargers, Ravens, and Broncos in the hunt.
It's still amazing that the Steelers are leading that division. Like, on paper, I think the Ravens are a better team. And not by a little bit either. Maybe I'm just underestimating the Steelers, but...
And we know guaranteed to be out from the playoff selection are the Patriots and the Raiders.
And the Giants on the AFC or NFC side.
Yeah, they haven't got the Giants down on here, but yeah, they must be out of the picture as well. Yeah,
Bills are the first team to win their division.
Right. Man, it must be nice having a shitty division. Wish I could relate.
Well, that's what you get when you have fucking Rodgers and the Jets. and the Patriots.
I am so glad that fucker doesn't play for Green Bay anymore. So glad. Like, I'm not even going to pretend that Jordan Love is some phenomenal quarterback. I don't know. He's probably top 15, but that's not saying much. There's only 32 teams, so he's fine. But I would rather take a mid-tier guy than fucking Rodgers. Even if Rodgers is playing good. He's such a fucking annoying pain in the ass. Just... Even when the Packers lose, their existence is like one of my happy places. They're just something that brings joy to my life because of what they represent. And Aaron Rodgers stank that all up with his fucking COVID bullshit. So glad he's not there anymore, making me have doubts about my fucking team. I can be happy for them to win and upset for them to lose purely on football terms. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Let him be New York's problem.
Yeah, well, hopefully Steelers don't sneak it up next week.
Who they play?
The Browns.
Oh. You know there's 50-50 chance they're going to lose, right?
Yeah, but they're playing here.
It's still, does it really matter?
Well, the funny thing is the Steelers, the last 6 games they played at the Browns Stadium, they were 1-5.
No. So there is a home field advantage.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when...
Oh,
what's that?
Sorry, just saying, yeah, the numbers doesn't sound good for them.
I remember back in the day
1-5.
when the Packers used to have the home field advantage. Playing at home. Hasn't really been the case in a long time now. Rebecca, there was a time when teams didn't want to come play Green Bay in Lambeau. Now I don't think anybody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Green Bay's proven quite aptly that they can lose at home.
So the Steelers have the Browns, Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, and then Bengals.
I hope they beat the Chiefs. I mean, they've got a hard schedule.
And I think one of the games I saw that the Chiefs were playing were the Browns. So maybe the Browns can be the giant killers.
It's very possible that the Steelers could go 2-3 the rest of the season. I think that for the Packers too, because the Packers can easily lose to the Vikings and Lions. Like those are two teams with really good records, and I wouldn't be surprised as a pessimistic Packers fan to see them drop a game that they should win, against the Seahawks or the Bears, who are better than their record, but it's the Bears. We'll pretend they're not. Even the Saints. Would I be terribly surprised if Derek Carr has an early season fucking game and smokes the Packers secondary? No. This is what I've come to expect from this team. But we'll see. Doesn't look like Green Bay is going to get much help getting into the playoffs. They need to go 3-2. I think if they win 12 games, they're pretty much in. If you win 11 games, then there's a chance somebody can knock you out. But we will see how things go. I
mean, they're 6th place, right? 6th place in the playoff picture right now?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe Minnesota will stink it up a little more.
I mean, they've been teasing it. I mean, they're in 6th place, but they're 2.5 games out of 1st place. If they beat the Lions, then they are 1 game out of 1st place in the NFC. So that's how close the NFC's, top 6 teams are, really. No, never mind. I'm a fucking vicious liar. They lost to the Eagles early in the year. Eagles have a tiebreaker over them, so even with the same record, the Eagles will be the number 1 seed. So, they're 1 game away from being 1 game away from the 2 seed. So 2 games out from 2 seed, 2.5 from 1 seed. So, I mean, if they beat the Lions, they kind of control their destiny, because if they can beat the Lions, that's the hardest game on their schedule. All they really need to do is sneak in another 2 wins. to get into the postseason.
Eagles have Carolina.
Eagles are getting it. Eagles probably winning that division. It's
the Eagles' hardest game is against the Steelers.
You know what? I am rooting for the Steelers.
Because they got Panthers, Steelers, Commanders, then Cowboys and Giants.
And I'm not rooting for the Steelers just because it benefits the Packers, but also I think the Eagles are one of the most obnoxious fan bases in the NFL. So, yeah, pretty compelling NFC this year, I'd say. I think the NFC is probably better than the AFC. Just in terms of their, like, top 5 teams. But we'll see. Season doesn't begin until 5 weeks from now.
Yeah,
all right. I think that'll do it for this episode of the 3G podcast. I'm not sure what Greg's been up to all this time. I assume he's fucking around in Ender Portal somewhere.
Yeah, some more Minecraft exploration. Thanks for joining, everyone.
Yeah.
Join us next week.
We'll be doing more Minecraft. Hopefully we will get that. I'll try to get that shooting gallery finished on peaceful mode where I'm not getting attacked every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But till next
you want me
time.
to switch it now?
It doesn't matter. Till next time, see y'all later.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.